Hey there everybody, I am Angela Sharpe and welcome to today's Daily Mix. You know, this is a show where I keep you in on what's going on in and around in St. Louis, all the hip and happening things going on there. You know, this past weekend, I got to go to Florida for the Monster Jam Live. That's when the trucks run over the cars. Kind of a cool event to be able to host that. And of course, the little kids loved it. That event will be coming to the Edwards Jones Dome in February. Don't worry, I'll remind you when it gets closer, but you might want to keep that in mind. Also in today's show, the legend from radio and TV, JC Corcoran, is going to be my guest, and I'm sure he's full of some fun stories, so we're going to talk with him in a little bit. And you guys know that I love candy, right? Well, the new Peeps are out. You know Peeps, the marshmallow Easter treat? Well, they have some fall flavors. Huffington Post took a taste test of them. They have pumpkin spice. This one is dipped in white fudge. They have a pumpkin chapstick, cinnamon roll, caramel apple, which is dipped in caramel fudge, and a sweet and sour one that kind of tastes like candy corn with a white fudge. And you know, like Peeps are, people are really much split on if they love them or if they hate them. A lot of the people they talked to thought they were totally gross. I'm guaranteeing you I'm probably going to love them. Those will be exclusively at Target or of course on the online Peep store. They'll start August 31st. So if you're looking for some pumpkin spice, that's where you need to go. Now let's start on today's Daily Mix. All right, are you out there telling a lot of lies? Well, there's the most popular lies men and women tell. Kurt Copeland from Now 96.3 took a poll, and here are some of the lies. Are you ready? Women, they say it wasn't that expensive, it was on sale, or I'm on my way. I'm guilty of that all the time. My friends will be like, where are you? I'm on the way, and then you leave. Men, the lies that you usually tell are, this will be my last drink, okay? Your butt doesn't look big in that. Good, stick with that lie. It causes way too many problems if you don't. And sorry, I didn't see your call. But the number one lie for both men and women is the same. Nothing's wrong, I'm fine. Guys, if a woman says I'm fine, they're not. This past weekend was the Missouri sales tax holiday free this past weekend. So this past weekend, maybe you got some clothing under $100. You get that tax free, footwear and uniforms. Now, you could not get accessories, jewelry, or purses, but you could get classroom supplies and books and paper and pens, backpacks, that sort of thing. No CD player, sports equipment, no office equipment, but you could get, you know, PCs and devices like that, printers and such, as long as they were under $3,500. So I hope that you checked that out and took advantage of that because back to school is coming up quick. And speaking of back to school, here's an idea. Metro East Monastery does a flag of intention. They have kids create a large flag and they state their intentions for learning for that year. So maybe on the first day of school, they put their intentions would be, you know, to read aloud or to learn something cool about science. Then they take these flags and they hang them everywhere for everybody to see. They also have this procession where the kids walk around holding up and showing their flags, which is really cool. Now this is a really fun idea for you could do with your own kids, or if you have a school of your own, you could get started on that. It's kind of a cute way to get started for the new school year. Speaking of the new school year, that means you just have a little bit of time left to take in all there is this summer. Well, Ultimate STL Tourism is having a contest. This is for ages 8 to 18, so 3rd grade through the 12th grade. Now here's what you need to do. You visit at least 3 St. Louis area attractions, and then, you know, you take videos and photos, and then you write in 500 words or less what you thought about them. Maybe your civic pride shine or how cool they were. You share that and your photos and videos to the website. Now the deadline is September 1st, but get this, the prize is $500, $500 check. Plus you'll be showcased on ExploreSt.Louis.com for a year and featured in St. Louis Convention and Visitors Commission. So that's pretty cool. Definitely check that out. Now there's one winner in each of the categories. There's grade 3 to 4, grades 5 to 6, 7 to 8, 9 to 10, and 11 to 12. That's exploreStLouis.com/ultimate-tourist. The Midwest Magic Jubilee is having part of their 59th annual conference for the nonprofit. Now, this is a veterans tribute. It's a magic show. It's family fun, comedy, magic, and magicians from across the Midwest. Now, it's free for veterans and families. Advanced reservations are required. It happens this Thursday at 7 at Airport Hilton. And of course, the public performances are Friday, 7:30, and Saturday at 8. mmjubilee.com. Now, we're gonna have a giveaway if you want a pair of tickets for that this Saturday. All you need to do is message us on Facebook. By 4 p.m. on Tuesday, we'll do a random drawing and somebody can go to the show. Now, have you seen STL Up Late? Now, this started off as like a late night talk show that you had to see live. Well, now they're having a launch party because their new season is gonna be on KMOV. They're having a big party to celebrate. It's gonna be at the new studio at Grand Center. It's a free event with food and music and drinks. You can meet the cast and creators. It's happening this Saturday, 7 to midnight. Now, they have a Facebook page, STL Up Late. STLuplate.com is their website. You should check it out. They're doing fun things. It's kind of a comedy thing. And speaking of TV shows, Fox is having a new fall series lineup for Tuesdays. And guess this, St. Louis gets a free screening. Now, they're having what they call a dramedy. It's called Scream Queens. Leah Michelle, yes, unfortunately, she's back on TV, and she is going to be in that show. And then they have some comedies. They have The Grinder with Rob Lowe and Fred Savage. Rob Lowe plays a TV lawyer. Fred Savage is an actual lawyer. And then, are you ready for this one? Grandfathered. It stars John Stamos, who is just sexy in general. Finds out he's a bachelor. Finds out not only did he have a child, but he's got a grandchild. You can check out these free screenings August 25th at 7:30 at Ronnie's. Go to gofobo.com/Fox Tuesdays. Plus, they're gonna have exclusively branded show items there, like shirts and bags and hats, and a whole lot more. Definitely want to check that out. All right, speaking of TV shows, everybody knows the story, right, of The Exorcist, the famous movie? Well, they say that was from here in St. Louis. Well, Exorcism is having a live destination in America. On October 30th, they are going to the house that they say that actual exorcism happened in. That is in St. Louis, that house right there. Now, they say that Roland Doe's house in 1949 is when he had this exorcism, and then of course the movie The Exorcist came from that. What they're gonna do here is they're gonna take all their nifty ghost gadgets and find out what's haunted, all the spirits that are going on there. And then they say this has been haunted for years. DestinationAmerica.com. I want to check that out. I'm very interested in that. I'm not sure I believe in that story, but if it's true, kind of cool and scary. We had an interview with the St. Louis Public Radio founder Ron Himes, and he says that the black rep is stabilizing. They had trouble in recent years, and WashU has been a major help in the turnaround. They have office and rehearsal space there and a 3-year lease. All 3 shows from 2015 to 2016 are on the WashU stage at 2015 and 2016. Schedule begins September 3rd. They're having Tell Me Something Good. And then Sunset Bay is January 13th through the 31st. Then Family Reunion in My Father's House is April 20th through May 1st. And that will continue their relationship with Harris Stowe. You can check out them at theblackrep.org. Now, SLTV Hit the Streets. Yeah, we took it to the streets, right? To find some lucky viewers and gave them tickets to Earth, Wind, and Fire in Chicago. That was at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Check this out.
Have anybody ever told you you look like a celebrity or remind you of a certain celebrity?
No.
No, they haven't?
No.
No, not really.
Not really?
No.
No. That's boring, but no.
Kevin Costner.
Why is that?
I have no idea, but more than one person has said that, and people I don't know have remarked on that.
Dionne Warwick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why? Why did they say that?
I don't know.
It was a surprise to you?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite artist or musical group?
Either Beethoven or Van Morrison.
Well, my favorite is Going On.
Going On.
Luther Vandross.
The Carolina Chocolate Drops.
I heard of them actually. I have a
Yes.
friend who listens to them.
Well, I like Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones and a lot of the older Kid Rock.
Okay, so what if I told you I have 2 free concert tickets for tonight?
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
Hey, looks like, let's see what we can. Can you open the cup for me?
Sure.
Live Nation, Chicago, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Very cool.
I love them. Oh, wow.
I've seen them both and love their music.
Well, your lucky day. You have 2 free tickets for tonight.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
STL and Live Nation are amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So you never know when STL TV might catch you on the streets. Jimmy Sanzone has a clothing line for St. Louis, and the STL Business Journal reports that when he started, he thought he was going to make a certain amount of money. 6 months later, after launch, 7 times better than he anticipated. Yes, of course, he's part of the Sanzone group lineage, of course, but now he's in Midwest fashion. It's pretty cool. It's called the Normal brand. You can find it at Saks and Crescent Coast in Clayton, Cha Women's Clothing Boutique in Ladue, and Woody's Men's Shop in Frontenac. Check out his fall line. STL top hotspots for entrepreneurs is right here. The Princeton Review said that WashU is the 16th best place for them, and SLU is the 23rd best place for them. No other city is even on the list. Has 2 programs on the list. So here is where you want to be. All right, I know all my Mizzou friends know this. Tropical Liqueurs, Trops, they are now open in Soulard. They've been over 2 decades. They were in Columbia and Springfield. Well, now they're at the corner of Soulard and 10th. This is basically adult slushies. How cool is that? They've got toasted almond and tiger paw, brain freeze, raspberry lemonade. They said they might make some more St. Louis kind of style ones. No food is sold there, but you're welcome to bring food in there, and they have places to sit both outside and inside, which is kind of cool. Now, do you love your cat? Ma House Cat Cafe. All right, stay with me here. STL's first cat cafe. This is a coffee shop, pastries, coffees, things like that, and you can cuddle with your kitty there. Plus, they've joined with 10th Life Cat Rescue Partnership, and they're gonna provide some adoptable cats to the cafe so you can cuddle those. It is opening in 2016. Now the location is under wraps, but you can follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, smallhousecafe.com. All right, the zoo, they plan on new habitats for the Tasmanian devil. No, that's more than just a cartoon character. The St. Louis Business Journal reports that the Tasmanian devil is deeply threatened, so they're gonna make a new thing right there at the zoo. That's pretty cool. Plus, they're gonna work on the bears there at the zoo too. All right, St. Louis Zoo, TripAdvisor's travel choices for the best awards in summer. They rank the St. Louis Zoo number 3rd in the US and number 8th in the world. So no other thing has anything quite like that. And my guest, who is sashaying right over here, everybody knows this man's name.
Hello, my dear.
I'm so glad you're here. JC Corcoran, a legend in TV and radio.
That's me.
That is you. That's what we all of us like me aspire to be like. I'm so glad you could join us.
Let's be like Donald Trump and Megyn Kelly here. You're an idiot. I hate that question.
Okay, all right. I'm getting yelled at. Oh, well,
By
first.
the way, did you say one of the peeps is new pumpkin spice?
Pumpkin spice,
She
yeah.
she was my favorite Spice Girl.
Oh,
by
was
the
she
way.
your favorite Spice
So,
Girl?
She was that really fat orange one. So, tell me what you want, what you really want.
Oh no, this is happening. Well, first we have to start. When did you decide television and radio was something you wanted to do?
In the womb.
In the
I
womb.
was
In the
one of
womb,
those
you decided,
people-
okay. You
I
were
was one of
taking
those-
notes.
Yeah, like 5,
Right.
6 years old. I was 6 and demanded that my father take me. I grew up in Chicago. I demanded that my father take me down to meet the television weatherman on Channel 2 in Chicago, and it all started there.
That is awesome.
I knew from the womb.
All right, so now you got to talk. When did you come to St. Louis in 85?
84.
84. Okay, you came to St. Louis in 84, and you took 3.
See, this is what happens to you folks. You've been in radio this long, this is what happens to you. I had hair, my skin had a healthy glow, all this sort of 31 years in radio. Look, this is all that's left.
It's a stressful job.
This is it. This is all.
But you took, what, 3 morning shows all the way to #1?
Yeah, 3 shows that were sort of also rans, KSHE, KSD, and K-Hits. And we took them to #1. So it doesn't seem to matter to anybody here in town now. That sort of stuff used to actually mean something. It's like, oh, you got a track record of success and ratings and revenue? Wow! Come and join our radio station. And now they're like, I don't think so. We don't pay anything anymore. We're not interested in quality
you fixed that problem. You have now...
Don't point at me like that.
You have fixed that problem. You are now on the radio.
Yeah.
Kind of doing your own thing.
We did a digital show. We did something on the internet for a year, and people were like, we don't get it. It's not coming out of our radio. So I went on 1380. So I do the morning show 7 to 9 every day on 1380. Simulcasts on talkstl.com. We have Kevin Slayton does the afternoon show. We got Jim Rome coming in off of satellite in Los Angeles. Used to be with ESPN, that sort of stuff. So it's sort of a general interest show, but a little top heavy in sports. And I just do what I usually do, which is basically screw around.
Well, and you've got a lot of people on that whole program set that you just listed with a lot of strong opinions.
Yeah, I mean, if you are on the radio these days and you're not expressing an opinion, you might as well get out, because that's really all that's left right now.
Right, that's all that's left.
Well, the FM music stations have all been told, don't say anything, just play music in commercials, play the same 250 songs over and over again, shut up, don't say anything about politics, don't say anything about religion, don't be controversial, don't do anything. That's on the FM side. Right. And on the AM side, that's the only place where people are actually talking and saying what they think anymore.
That's pretty crazy. And you have interviewed everyone. You've interviewed everyone. Who has been your favorite interview that you've ever done?
Well, it's sort of interesting because the ones that I like are not necessarily the ones that people would normally respond to. I like talking to the old rockers, like a Bob Seger or something like that. We've been listening to these songs for 30, 40 years, and now you talk to them now and you find out what was really the inspiration behind these songs. Like Night Moves or Main Street or something like that. And the guys from Grand Funk Railroad and stuff like that who were landlocked in Flint, Michigan, but still were singing songs about being on the ocean. How does that happen? That sort of stuff. So I really like that. But I also like the comedians and the big stars like David Letterman and Jay Leno. And John Goodman has always been very nice to me. So those guys, those are always fun.
That is awesome. You interviewed my personal favorite, Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox, yeah. I mean, that's an interesting story, too, because he came in to promote the movie Doc Hollywood.
Yes.
And we had set up this whole big elaborate, we were going to do gurney races in the parking lot of the radio station. And it was this big elaborate setup, and we thought he would get into it, and he sort of didn't. And it wasn't until a year later that we realized that right about the time that he had been in St. Louis to promote that movie is when he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's. So that would explain his reticence to become involved in that.
So then you find out that really he wasn't being difficult.
No,
he
not
was
at all. Yeah.
having some personal issues.
Sometimes you can't judge things too quickly. You just have to
Right.
give it some time and sort of get the backstory.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And you have kind of a cool story. Tell people your kids and their ages.
Oh, well, yes. This is usually where men's eyes roll back in their heads, because I have a 22-year-old, a 19-year-old, and a 5-year-old.
5-year-old.
Like, guys are going like this.
You can start all over again.
Yeah, those second marriages are famous for that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, what's the coolest thing that your littlest daughter has showed you?
Oh, well, she's a tremendous artist. I mean, I could show you stuff. Yeah, every parent wants to think that their kid is the nicest and the cutest and the funniest
My
and the
nephew is the cutest.
and the most polite and all that sort of stuff. But this kid is like scary with the art. When she graduated from preschool, they're like, seriously, she draws like a 15-year-old kid. So we got some sort of issue going on here.
I love it. We could talk to you all day, and if you pick this up on this,
We got a couch. We can sit down. Just
we'll
get comfortable.
After the show's over, we'll sit down and we'll chat. But you definitely want to check out JC on his morning show.
1380 and talkstl.com. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9. Be there or be square.
That's right. Definitely check him out. He's a nice guy, and thank you so
I
much.
sauntered in. Do I saunter back out?
Oh,
right
you can
now?
saunter. You just
I'll
stay
lay
right
down
here.
I'm just going to lay down.
He's
on
going
the
to lay
couch.
down.
Yeah.
Make sure you check us out on
Tired.
Facebook.
I get up
YouTube,
so early in the morning.
Twitter
I
and Instagram. He's taking a nap. You can also drop us a line
alarm
out here
goes off
at the
at
Daily
4,
Mix
for God's
at
sakes.
STLTV.net.
Lay down here.
So check us out.
Oh.
We want to hear from
man,
you.
yeah, this is
That's
nice.
it for the Daily Mix.
Also, when
Make
I
sure
lay
you
down,
keep
I
it
don't
right
look
here
fat.
on STL TV and Experience St. Louis. This is what's happening right now on the show.
There's room.